Zero Chill is here. We have so much stuff to get into, so let's just hop right into it. First up, I want to break down the new Zero Chill seasonal field pass. It's live for 41 days. It is just going to be pretty much, think of it as season 2.5 in between seasons 2 and 3, and it is like your typical season. Here are the field pass rewards. You can see you're actually able to get presents, coins, and at the end, a 95 overall BNB fantasy pack. So pretty much a champion. Now, one interesting thing is the level 30 reward, the 92 overall out of position BND, or that is 92 overall wide receiver Deion Sanders with 93 speed. Like I would like to say, a legacy out of position. He's been a out of position card since Madden 12. He was the first out of position card ever in MUT. Deion Sanders, wide receiver. Next up, we are getting back it was the Gridiron Forge. It's called the Frozen Forge solo chain for this Zero Chill drop. It is in 3 installments, 15 solos, and 20 solos, so 50 total solos. The reward at the end, so you're not going to look this card for a few weeks, but it is Donald Parham. 93 overall, he's a little slow, so I don't know if he's going to be as overpowered, because like Kyle Pitts is almost as tall as him and he's faster, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Next up, we have what they're calling the Snowball fight cards. There are 2 teams in this little mini program, the first one being the red team. I'm just going to say Hufanga is the team captain for the red team. Here are the 90 overall players you also get, and I do think if you play all 6 of the red cards on one team, they might get a slight chem boost. I'm not sure on that. Now, how this really works is you collect these snowballs and you vote either for the red team or the blue team, and you get that red team captain. That would be Hufanga from a 90 overall to a 92. And here is your blue team captain being Kenny Pickett. Personally, I'm probably going to be voting for Hufanga, just because a quarterback, you could really only, you only have one quarterback. I could play Hufanga at, user safety slot corner. And then here are the 90 overall players you are kind of playing with to support Kenny Pickett. Paris Campbell. You've got Trent McDuffie, Amani Oruwari, a team legend. I'll say I probably like the 90 overalls on Pickett's team a little bit better. And then here is the set you kind of just put in snowballs to upgrade. Again, the Pickett and the Hufanga start 86 overall. You use the snowballs to upgrade them to 90, and they also count as casting a vote. Next up, we've got the house rules, and there's 2 little sections of house rules. The first one being, there's this whole little challenge going on. It's a community challenge. Raid boss house rule games. You kind of collectively as a community, we have to get a certain number of wins each week in the house rules, and we could level up this 90 Adoree Jackson all the way up to 92 overall, so that's a fun little thing. And then here are the CPU as well as the head-to-head rewards. The normal house rule rewards, you'll see 85 plus Zero Chill players, 82 overall Zero Chill players, and then the head-to-heads, you can see you get some presents. So even I am probably going to be dipping in a little bit towards the online house rules, whereas honestly in previous content drops I have not really looked into. Next up, we've got your 92 overall heroes. Now these are your stocking stuffers this year. Now how they're doing it is there is 1 per team, 32 total stocking stuffer players, and there's going to be 8 per each Zero Chill drop. So there's going to be 4 Zero Chill releases, right? 8 stocking stuffers, 1 from each team, or 1 of 32, but they're going to choose 8 for each of the drops. Here are the 8 players for Zero Chill Part 1. You already saw the first player, Bradley Chubb, Alan Lazard. Here's Nyheim Hines. Now, discount ability-wise, I was listening to TJ, and for Nyheim Hines, he was saying he gets 2 AP backfield, I think master, but I'm pretty sure he already gets that normally as a receiving back. Xavier McKinney, these cards really aren't bad. By the way, I love the card art, the purple. It reminds me a little bit of the power-up system, so I kind of like that. I will say I'm a little disappointed that Stocking Stuffer doesn't have their own standalone program that we got a week into Zero Chill last year. Maybe that's getting replaced with something else that's new and unique. We'll have to wait and see. Devin Bush is your Steelers player. Steelers honestly didn't really need, I felt like, middle linebacker, something like that Miles Jack card. Jared Goff is your Lions players, and we just have the 8 now. We don't have all 32 Stocking Stuffer players, but Jared Goff is the Lions 92 overall stocking stuffer player. Next up, who do we got? Jordan Mailata, of course. He has that Christmas album with Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson, but he gets the Eagles stocking stuffer. Now, although left tackle, not really a position of need since we do get the Joe Thomas in the compass reward for this week. Raiders, Daniel Carlson. I mean, let's be honest. Graham Gano was a compass reward, so I don't know, but I guess Raiders theme team people are happy that Daniel Carlson, I guess, would be their player. Also, another little disappointing factor about these stocking stuffers, they don't get the ×3 chem they got last year. And for your Zero Chill Part 1 champions, we have 4, 2 offense, 2 defense, the first being LT, one of my favorite players of all time growing up on the West Coast. LaDainian Tomlinson, 94 speed, 95 break tackle. Defensively, here we go, TJ Watt, and I believe he gets 0 AP Crusher along with another player, another champion that gets 0 AP Crusher that we'll talk about, but actually a pretty good card for TJ Watt, solid speed. Mike Evans, honestly, this card, a little bit underwhelming, 6'5", 93 speed. He just feels like another tall, but he's not a super duper fast receiver, 93 speed. There's now 94 speed receivers that are just as tall as him. Sean Taylor, this was the player we've kind of been waiting for all year. He gets 0 AP Crusher. That's the only discount ability I know from him. 97 hit power, 94. I mean, his card is amazing. Unfortunately, he's 6'1", 6'2". Sean Taylor, one of the best safeties in the game every single year. Here are your LTDs. And by the way, we did get an overall bump up to 95 overall. I personally thought a week early. Mike Williams, though, basically a clone, a 6'4" version of Mike Williams than Dexter Lawrence. So if you ask me, LTD-wise, a little bit underwhelming. Like, Dexter Lawrence is cool, but like he's just a slower D tackle, and Mike Williams is just a worse version of Mike Evans, in my opinion. Now, interesting thing to note with the Zero Chill champions, you got to put in 592 stocking stuffers, but if you read the description, it says you get your choice back of any 92 overall B and D stocking stuffer. So I don't know if that's going to actually be true to form, where you're just going to choose like a fantasy pack, or if it's just going to go back to normal, where you just, whatever players you put in the set, you get back. But it might be going back to the old ways of fantasy pack sets. Alright, that's all the card reveals. Now let's get into the market. The first big news we got, alright, the huge news we got. TVPs are back tomorrow morning. You might not have seen an official picture of the TVPs, but it was the first thing announced on the stream. TVPs are back. I'm assuming they're going to be pretty much the same contents in them as last. It's only been like 2 weeks without TVPs. We'll have to see when they expire. I pray to God they don't expire on Christmas. I really hope they go to like the end of December. Otherwise, you know, that market crash on Christmas is going to be crazy, and I feel like people are going to be overpaying for presents during the month, or during the time when TVPs are a thing. I also would assume the harvest rerolls do go away. Another thing that was not mentioned, which was really weird, because Zero Chill usually has an alternate currency. It was not mentioned at all during the stream. However, certain screenshots during the stream, when they showed the practice mode off, it did have a little 0 next to training, kind of implying that there was an alternate currency, but there was also none of that when they chose some of the Zero Chill sets. So honestly, I don't know if we're getting an alternate currency. If I had to guess, I would say no, because it seems like that would be something very, very important that they would want to share during the reveal stream of an entire program. Like, yeah, there's an alternate currency, and it's going to dictate how the promo goes. You would think they would want to talk about it during the stream, and they had absolutely no mention of it. Also, rerolls, they never show rerolls anymore. On stream, there will be guaranteed player rerolls. Present rerolls, I would say a 99% chance that there are present rerolls. RG was even like hyping up present, saying it was probably his most fun thing to do during the Zero Chill program is, you know, open those on Christmas morning. So I'm going to assume that there will be Zero Chill rerolls, of course, and there will be present rerolls for either training, alternate currency, or both. Now, hopping into the last thing we really can only talk about right before Zero Chill, and that is the training market. How has it reacted since the announcement of TVPs? We've seen the presence, or we've seen like just the name of like, oh, lively large and stuff. And you could already tell 90 overalls up to 65, 70k even, 92 overalls up to 140, 150, 93 overalls all the way up to almost 200k. However, I have some good news for you, because you can still buy training relatively cheap. If you go to 9091s, and I've been buying for pretty much, I was buying during the stream, just filter by AKA, go all offense, all defense, and you can still, my number right now that I'm buying training under is like 5.5 per, especially if you plan on rolling tomorrow. Buy training now, 91 overalls, you can easily get under 80k, which is like 4.4 and 4.3 per. You could even get 90 overalls under 5.5, relatively easy. If you have already invested in training, like you have no coins left, this was possibly the best case scenario for training investors, because you got the TVP announcement, which I thought we were not getting, but you know, I won't say it's a great thing, because I think it's going to have some, we'll see when it expires. I think that's the big thing. As well, there's potential for no alternate currency. So present rerolls as well as any player rerolls is just going to be strictly training. So like I said, best case scenario for those that invested in training like me, I have, you know, possibly over 40 million coins of training. So, you know, it's been a good day for me. Hopefully it's been a good day for you. There's not much else to talk about. Again, I would say buy training under 5.5. That is very, very safe, a very safe number and easily doable at the current moment. Do it before the content goes live tomorrow morning. But that is all for the video today. Comment if you have any questions, like if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.